Playing fast and loose right there, buddy.
Yep. So hello and welcome
What?
to the MegaMonsterCast, where today we are talking about episode 9 of Ultraman Arc, and apparently talking about the darkness of people we know's souls. I am Nick. With me are Alex and Josh.
Let's be fair. That's a very, very, very competitive competition.
Oh
And I'm Josh.
yeah.
The darkest of souls.
Yep. Yeah. Today we're talking about a really fun episode. I wouldn't say it's as fun as Internet Conagon, but like this is a really solid episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it was
also
good.
wasn't expecting the fact that they're just going to start off with the kaiju.
I loved that it started in the like. Not
I
only
think
did
this
it
is our
start,
first cold open, isn't it?
it's a cool,
I don't think
debatable.
it's the first.
You can make the argument episode 1 had a cold open,
Yeah.
but this is also the first time we get Skip and the GGF dealing with a kaiju without Ark's help. Ark has
I was
no
literally,
role in it.
yeah. I was gonna say this actually does a lot to establish Skip as like a meaningful organization, not
Yep,
just we exist because of the narrative.
yep. I was really happy that we had this scene because as I was watching, I was like, oh, Ark's not showing up at all in this scene. This is awesome. Like
Arc
every
was there
now and
all
then.
along, though.
Yep. Every now and then you get like a scene where like the Force gets to deal with a problem on their own and they don't need the Ultraman to deal with it, and I was really happy we got it at this point. Although it did mean we get more focus on U-Bot, which
We
we
don't talk
had to.
about
Oh
that.
my god.
Yeah. Also, I'm
I
gonna
didn't
bring this up
hate
at.
I didn't hate this bit, but when we get to it,
Yeah, I already know which one you're gonna dislike. I already know it because I was like, this is very not the correct tone.
yeah, I was literally just like I was sitting there because I finished it on the way home. I pulled into my apartment and I'm sitting there watching the end of the episode. I'm just like,
Wait. Did you watch it while driving?
shut the fuck up, UP.
Yeah, yeah. It was so
I was
not the
listening
right
to it, yeah.
moment.
Oh, okay. That's better. I'll allow that.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I was just like, shut the fuck up.
it was
Hey,
again
Yuppie does what Yuppie wants.
up until that moment, that was like such a really hard hitting moment. Like the drama was top notch, and then UP's like, and I'm here too.
And I'm.
It
Oh
was
my god.
so.
Am I
I
Yuppie?
mean, he like interjecting in on the music, even like the music felt like the music like turned down a little bit, just to be like, oh, okay, I
Full
guess you're
stop.
not
Just.
dealing with me now.
Yep. I guess we're dealing with UP. Is this a UP episode now? Somehow this is
No.
just a
Shut up,
UP
Meg.
episode now.
No. Not.
Seriously,
Uh,
UP is Meg.
yep.
No. I don't need a Yuppie episode.
Just wait, it's gonna happen eventually. But no. So we
UP
get
is on the job.
oh god, yeah. Now
Yuppie can.
so
Ha.
so we get a kaiju that we've already seen before, but in a much different form. We get Naranga,
Bagon?
which yes, no, we get Naranga from Ultraman Rising.
But he wasn't transparent in that iteration, right?
No,
Or did I
not in that
mishear
movie.
that?
I don't think he turned
Okay.
transparent in that. But yeah, so we get Naranga, which talk about a Showa ass design. I fucking love it. He's also in Shin Ultraman for people who are watching that watched that movie.
What's the
Meh.
spiky armadillo kaiju in the Godzilla universe?
Anguirus.
Yeah,
Anguirus, yeah, it has very Anguirus vibes for me.
I said Bagon, but I meant Baragon.
I can see that. Yeah. Also, I love the way his eyes close. Like it's so like the way his eyes roll up as the lids close on it.
Signal.
Yep.
Oh,
But we
man,
get
the CGI was not on point this episode. I just want to say,
there were moments where it was okay, but yeah, I feel like they put a lot of the budget towards last episode,
yeah.
and this is like the counter to that.
We need to relax on this episode, everybody. This one's going to be a character drama.
Yep. This one's gonna be about how this woman, when she was a fucking teenager, fell in love with an older man, and now he's gonna destroy her heart.
No. She
They
only
were-
loves spending time with him.
Yeah, that's totally what she was gonna say before she stopped herself.
I mean,
She
she
like
does
friend
say
zoned
later.
someone she was getting arrested.
Yep.
I loved you as a friend.
Yep.
I love spending time with you.
Not only that, this dude is married and has a kid, so like, this is 100% her saving face for herself.
Did he say he was married? Because all I remember is him
chose the
saying,
kid.
"Well, yeah, he's just oh, I'm a father."
No,
Never said
remember?
he's married.
Oh, did he not mention having a wife?
No,
No,
he does. He does
does
because
he?
he
Did I miss
bails on wedding planning
Oh yeah,
to hang out with her when she's still
Oh,
a
and
teenager.
she doesn't like hearing that either.
Yeah, no, this is like super coded on like I don't think he was intentionally grooming her, but he was grooming the shit out of her by accident.
but Sensei.
Yep.
Oh god.
Yeah. No.
Sorry, I mean senpai.
Yeah. So we get UP being useful. Well, Ubot being useful. Peabody remains to earn his right to exist. But
God, I
Ubot,
wish it would die.
but
No,
Ubot,
we need. I categorically refuse to let Ubot die because then we're stuck with Peabody and his tongue.
that's a valid reason to keep him alive.
It is
yes.
still better.
No, give me Ubot all day.
Just a floating
We're-
head.
We are in a fight.
We are in a fight, actually.
Oh, by the way, rest in peace, James Earl Jones.
All right, now you ruined it.
R.I.P.
I
R.I.P.
no, absolutely, he can't be dead.
Rip in peace.
Rest in power, man.
Yep.
He's our true king,
Yes.
Lion King.
But yes.
True though.
So after this touching moment, yeah, we get Naranga getting electrocuted because they overpower its organ to absorb electricity.
It literally has a power capacitor organ.
Yep. Which they do that through the power of die mode.
Through the power of friendship.
Because
What?
Nezutron's episode is still important.
No, it's not.
That blood diamond they use to power things still exists.
Oh, yes. It's always the blood diamond. The blood die mode.
Yep. uh, yeah, so
Oh,
we get that, and then we find out that. Sorry, I'm flipping through the opening credits, and there was just like a moment where it's the dude screaming.
Yeah,
like,
it just
cuts to for a
ruins the
split
fact that
second.
he's clearly going to be the evil guy.
Yep. Well, I mean, I feel like his existence ruins the fact that he's going to be the evil guy. Like, you
Yeah,
don't
true.
get to be in an episode.
he's
where
got
you're-
character design.
Yeah, no, he's from the past. If he's
Why-
from someone's
why is
past,
it-
he's going to be evil.
Why is it the last like two Ultraman series that we've watched? The professor's always the bad guy.
That's like not super uncommon. If you have someone
mean-
from your past, they're either going to play an important role in you gaining a power up, or they're going to be the villain. Usually both.
Yeah, but usually the fact
I
that
mean-
they summoned a monster within this episode, weird that it's happened twice.
All I'm saying is that it's not an uncommon narrative to point out the. I mean, this one's not really heavy-handed with this point, but there is a point to be made of the dangers inherent and the corruption in academia. You know,
And
they're,
which one of us is in school?
Two of us.
You're the
Two of
villains.
us-
I'm the heroes.
Yep.
two of us each. Yeah.
Yeah. I am the
Ma-
villain. Yep.
Making me the victor.
Well, it's
Josh
true.
is
You
the
probably
hero.
are of the three of us, probably the one who's bleeding at the moment.
Yep. That's
Matter of fact,
Inspects his skin real quick.
you can see the marks.
I'll have you know, I cut my thumb a little bit earlier.
God damn it!
So now
Don't
we know
help
for
Nick.
sure it's Alex. Alex is the
Right.
evil one.
I
Where's my
guess
knife?
so.
I'll make it worse.
Yep. Now it's just a contest. Like the hero's the one who's bleeding the most, and it's just us cutting ourselves. Don't cut
Well, and to
yourselves,
be fair,
kids.
this is higher academia too. Like he was her professor in like it looked like a college, right?
See, here's the thing. I don't think that she was not a student. She just showed up a bunch. I'm pretty sure
You
she was
think
a
that
high
she wasn't
schooler.
enrolled? She just audited the class.
She
She
was a
just
high
like
schooler.
heard.
She's wearing a
She
high
just
school
heard about.
uniform.
She just heard about him and went halfway across town.
Yeah,
Is
no,
that a
that's
high
what it
school
is.
uniform?
Yeah, she's wearing a high school uniform. She just showed up to his lectures because she
No,
liked
she's
them.
just a Sailor Moon.
She like she was like interested in it. She knew what she was into. She showed up, and then she got a weird crush on him. He didn't read the room correctly. Spent way too much time alone with her, and then now we have a problem.
Yeah, no. Based off that outfit and Sailor Moon, she's clearly a sailor.
Yeah, no, she's in the military. She is in
Very
the Navy.
sailor-esque costume, right? You know, with the or uniform, I guess.
Yeah,
Like I don't
no,
know what this is called. That thing that goes over the shoulders and down like halfway to the like the shoulder blades on that uniform, but that is very intrinsic of that look, right?
yeah.
Well, it's because she's a student.
I also feel like it's a
I don't
little
know.
weird.
I don't get that reference. What are you talking?
So, how old is Rin, and how old was she when she was a kid?
Uh,
Because like I'm trying to figure this one out.
It's out
Because
of
I actually,
context. Is hilarious. How old were you when you were a kid, Nick?
yeah, but I'm trying to figure out like what the time gap is between the last time they saw each
Well,
other and now.
so she's a high schooler. That it's been established by the two of you here.
Mhm.
I'm keeping my hands
well,
way
she's
out of here.
25
She's
currently.
well,
Jesus
then she was
Christ.
at least sub 18 for those scenes, right?
Yeah, yeah. I would guess it's probably been 8 to 10 years.
Oh, so she might be a young high schooler.
I don't know for sure. I'm gonna say probably erring on the side of like 8 years. Because I like it's the same actress. They didn't feel the need to like
Yeah.
go with a younger actress. So I'm guessing like the implication is she's like in her late teens. So like last year of high school maybe. Like she's like rushing from school to go to one of his lectures is kind of the vibe I'm getting. Because he keeps saying like, "Oh, you're back again," which implies that
Yeah,
she's not a part of the
well,
class.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm reading the wiki. Um, so she's just visiting a university, so I'm guessing she's literally at the last year of high school.
Yeah, that tracks with what I was thinking. That she's probably like in her last year of high school. She's just showing up because she's interested in this, and this is kind of what she wants to work in.
Then very many of these scenes were very inappropriate.
Oh yeah, no, like the fact that they're staying late together, like way late alone, like it's super not okay. Like again, this reeks of like I don't think he intended to be groomy, but he was very groomy.
Yeah. They do not mention his age.
I would guess he's in his like late 20s, early 30s when she's
He's
visiting his lectures.
57.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
Oh,
oh
it's
boy,
even worse now.
that's over twice her age. Jesus
No,
Christ.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, I
I was
was
like,
gonna say
dude
like,
looks great for 57 for one.
yeah,
I just had a Megan age joke.
but yeah, yeah, we're gonna talk about that more as we get to the parts where it becomes super inappropriate how much time they're spending together. But yeah, we get we find out that somebody has been selling kaiju cells, and this professor is the prime. The he's
Suspect.
yeah he's suspect number one. He's the person most likely to be selling them, and they bring Rin in on the investigation because he was the one who recommended her for Skip.
You have a history, I think was actually said.
Yep. With
So you're
Dr.
saying
Yagami.
they're selling G cells. She has to go undercover in her school uniform again to get the information.
God, if that happened, I would feel so uncomfortable. Like, there's already stuff that's uncomfortable with this, but could you imagine she shows up wearing her old uniform?
I'm here to learn, Professor.
Okay.
At that point, there's no question this is extremely sexual. Like, yeah.
Moving on.
We made it.
Yeah.
We made it way worse than it should have been.
This is terrible.
You made it worse. I just acknowledged that there were some problems with their relationship. You're the one that
Yeah, well,
fucking
this is
said that.
clearly Alex's fault.
You know, this is weird. My mic all of a sudden started.
Yep. All right, so we are going to read Alex's lips now. Alex is talking about...
No, we're not subtitling my... No, I see the trap ahead of me. We're not doing this.
Yep.
Hey, send me the video. I'll edit it and send it back.
Fucking kill you.
I can overdub him. It's not that hard.
Don't you do this.
Yeah, when you said I'll kill you, just put I love you.
Yep.
I love you. There it is. There's your sample.
Yep.
But
But
on that one, I'll kill you.
Rin agrees because she's...
We'll end you.
Rin agrees to, help with the investigation. We get this scene where he's talking about, like, okay, so I will say this. His whole, like, spiel on we should be studying kaiju so we can, like, make use of their, like, their natural abilities, 100% on board.
I am so sympathetic to his argument right up until the end of the episode. Like, I am so sympathetic to this idea, especially when he's like, yeah, Ultraman just comes down here and wreaks havoc and destroys shit.
Yep.
And we could be using if they're gonna die anyways, we might as well be harnessing the capabilities. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
let's explore this.
No, because that's how you get Kaiju number 8 stuff.
That is true.
What? Explain to me the problem.
They kill themselves using them.
So do footballers. What are you talking about?
No, they're gonna start incorporating.
They're
gonna incorporate kaiju parts into UP. That's what's gonna happen.
No.
Yeah, you want that? You want strong UP?
We already got UP Kaiju last week.
Yeah, but do you want a UP that can shoot lightning and fireballs and shit?
If there was anything to make UP cooler, yeah, sure.
Yeah, but
he's gonna be the exact
same here, guys.
He's self-aware.
He's the same person. He's just UP.
No, Peabody is not going to be a part of it. It's just UP.
U-Bot.
Oh God, Kaiju tongue.
Yep. Also, like, so I'm looking at this guy's face as she like sits down. He's like, "Oh, you're back," and he gives her like this look, and I'm like, in hindsight, I'm like, this is a little bit weird.
The looks he gives her.
Yeah, no, this is 100% a dude like, what's up? Like, he knows exactly what he's doing now that I'm going back through this. Like, all of his facial expressions.
She's doing the schoolgirl blushing motion.
Yeah, and he's like, huh. Well, this is good for my ego.
That's as far as you're allowed to take it. Stop.
Okay, I want to believe that she just flunked a lot, so she's literally 24 here.
Oh, God.
It's just in her high school uniform.
That'd be fucking weird.
She just kept flunking.
She shows up to Kaijuology, which hilarious word that is canonized in this episode.
Yep.
With her pom-poms from cheerleading or some shit. Are you kidding me?
Hey, she wasn't smart. She flunked a lot, okay?
Yeah,
that's established as to not be true. She's been established several times in this series as being a brilliant.
Well, yeah, that's because of the kaiju parts.
She just has kaiju parts in her brain, and that's how she's smart. He was like no, that's why they were hanging out late at night. He's shooting her up with kaiju DNA.
Or worse, he's justifying it to himself, like, I must study her. And
don't say it like that.
I'm over it.
Yep, you said it. You said it. You knew it was wrong.
I knew it was wrong, but you knew it.
Yep. I mean, again, this episode, there's a lot of good in this episode, but goddamn,
I
like
wouldn't
there's
bring the
also
premise up. It's Josh's premise.
It's not
I
my
reject the
premise.
premise. I quit the show. I quit on my own grounds. I quit over the things that I said.
You see how good I'm getting at this? I don't even have to
He
try
doesn't have to say.
anymore.
I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
done.
So then
I regret nothing.
then we get the reveal that he's a dad now, and he wants to make a better world the for the future for his daughter, and that's cool. And then we get another flashback to them hanging out real fucking late in his office alone. All right, well, bye, Alex.
And he's gone.
Yep,
What?
Well, you messed up the cameras.
yep,
He
No,
has
I'm
to
back.
edit
Hold
that.
on.
yep.
I don't know what. I think my Discord just disconnected. Anyways.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought that was
how
a
you
bit.
did it on
There's
your
even
own.
like
I thought that was I thought you were doing a bit right
no,
there.
that was so not a bit.
It was so well timed though, because it was
That was so not. I'm okay.
because
I'm
I
owning it.
literally I started talking about how he was like how they were in his office super late and how wrong it was, and you just dead.
I was
out.
about to point out that there's even like there's oil
Candlelight?
streaked across the freaking lens here, and there's mood lighting.
Yep.
Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
could have had the overhead lights on, but like they're basically using candles in this scene.
Oh yeah, no, they
Hey,
have like all
don't
these
waste
lamps,
electricity. That's school use resources.
and he lies to his fiance about where he is.
Oh God, he did.
We totally did though. Oh crap!
And
Oh,
as he's
God.
lying to her, we see like his tell, which is he touches his lip anytime he lies, which plays a big role through the rest of the episode. But again, it's super fucked up that he's hanging out with this high school girl alone in his office, lying to his fiance about it.
I mean, there's no way he's not close to twice her age. Like seriously, with
gotta
her
be,
being
like-
a high schooler and him being a professor.
I would say like you could make the argument he's like maybe in his like early 30s. Like that's possible. It would
Yeah,
be
and if she's
difficult.
16, that's twice your age.
Oh no, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying this is like still super fucking wrong. Like there's a lot going on here where like Rin needs to sit down
And
and
think about her life.
unpackage like just how not like there's a lot of rose-colored glasses stuff going on with all of her
Yes.
flashbacks, but like when she hits like her late 30s, she's gonna realize that was a super unhealthy relationship they had.
Well, I think
Late 30s. She needs to learn it now.
Yeah. I mean, she kind of learns it by the end, but like,
Well, like
she's
you could
great.
kind of see it from a rose-colored glasses perspective. This seems platonic, right?
It
Until he
does.
starts lying about where he is to his fiance, and
Yeah.
That seems kind of weird, right?
Yep. Well, not only that, he's blowing
Ooh.
off planning their wedding to spend time with this teenage girl.
But I'm married to my
But
work.
it's for social studies.
Yeah. He's gonna study her socials.
This is a dual credit for her.
Yep. Yeah, this is a psychology credit for her.
I don't like this episode all of a sudden.
No, this is still a great episode. There's just we're unpackaging some parts of the episode I don't think they wanted us to.
Yeah,
No,
we're just not gonna. This is not gonna be the episode we put in like the background if we're just trying to find something to watch.
No, this is not gonna be. Well, this is when we'll like put like it'll accidentally like end up on screen and you'll be like, this is still a fucked up episode.
And turn.
I need to make sure no one else is here while this episode's on.
You know what? Let's turn on Chainsaw Man. This is far less awkward.
Honestly,
Oh my God, it is.
Yeah, it kind of is. The sad part. Like, this is definitely the most problematic episode of Arc.
They did like I feel like there's gonna be one of the
problematic
writers was
episode
like,
we've watched.
well, let's check out YouTube and see what people are thinking about the reviews of this episode. Them just watching our review and going, "Oh no, that's not how I meant it when I wrote it. Oh no."
No, there's somebody on that team who definitely dated a high schooler.
No shit.
No, don't take. I'm not. Don't quote me on that. That's not a real thing. We're not gonna I
Clip it out.
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly.
Just clip that part out, and you just have us laughing. And allegedly, like what
Yep,
what
yep.
just happened?
Yeah.
And the YouTube short started with that.
Yep. Allegedly. But yeah, so we get they've collected the Naranga samples, and yeah.
No, guys, that's not a double entendre. Nick's just back to the plot summary. We're not clipping that either. It's fine.
Oh God, I missed it. I was taking a drink and couldn't hear.
Yep. But yeah, we
What?
find out that they've upped security to prevent kaiju parts from being sold because they keep having that problem. So now it
Are
should
they?
hypothetically be impossible for them to be sold on the black market again.
Are they selling the sexy parts?
Yeah, the cells. They're gonna
Oh,
be grown into a sexy man with fucking green exoskeleton.
Did you just describe the male version of Species?
yes.
Is Cell from Dragon Ball the male version of Species?
Pretty close.
He's not that.
Did we uncover something else in this episode?
Oh God, we did.
We're all in our 30s and learning a bunch about each other
Yep.
and ourselves.
H.R. Geiger's gonna be pissed.
No, H.R. Geiger, if he was
We're
still
elated.
alive.
We don't know.
First of all, H.R. Geiger, if he was still alive, would be thrilled to have people talking about how creatures with exoskeletons are sexy. That is such an H.R. Geiger thing.
Yeah, it is.
Now there's a green green ecto. Let him have a penis.
Yep. He's got a penis for a tail that
put it
stabs
on his
people.
back.
He's got a tail penis that becomes a tail vagina sometimes.
It's gonna say it has opposite usage, but fine.
Yeah. Cells got both parts in one. It just depends on what he's doing.
And we're just gonna forget that Frieza had a penis head for a little while.
Yep.
The perfect organism.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then we find out that he says like, the person's probably given up on it, and he touches his lip to show that he's lying, which is why we had that super weirdly inappropriate scene earlier.
You know, we're gonna get somebody comment on this. Like H.R. Geiger didn't sound like that.
Okay, show us how he did sound, and we'll refine our impressions for next time. We're sorry.
I think he
No,
had
they're gonna say
German
that's
accent.
like right on of what he would thought. But he just didn't sound like that.
Yep. Yeah.
Can I say he could have had a less awkward tell than like something involving biting his fucking lip,
Mhm.
or just touching his lip. Like I don't know, it could have been a little less like he could have like touched his ear or something like that.
But instead, he went, "Oh, I'm lying."
Yep. So then we get more
I
flashbacks
just
to
want to
Rin.
take all of his poker chips now.
So then
That
we
tastes
get
like pennies.
God damn it. So then we get flashbacks to Rin at high school, and they like, oh, we're gonna go hang out. Her friends are like, we're gonna hang out. Like, do you want to come? No, I got a thing to do. Oh, you're going to the university again? Kind of a fucking weirdo for wanting to learn about shit. Why don't you hang out with your friends instead of that one creepy old professor?
That's a creep.
And then she's like going through the university's library to try to find applied theory of mechanical engineering. And wouldn't you know it, the professor's the one that finds the book instead.
He's also studying applied theory of mechanical engineering.
Yeah. And then there's this moment where he's like, again, we get like the foggy, like it's everything's like really blurry with the lights, and like he's got like the smolder going as he pulls the book off the shelf.
Yeah,
It's like
like literally there's oil smeared across the camera lens, and all we're missing is like some ethereal choir as like their hands meet on the book. And
yep. And he gives her the book instead, even though he was the one looking for it. Since they were both looking for it, he's like, oh, you can have it.
he's very chivalrous.
Yep.
I'm just
And
gonna follow
then
you
they
home
sit
and read it
down.
behind your back.
They sit down and talk about
Did I read it over your shoulder?
Oh god, if that had happened.
Can you turn the page? I'm done.
Yeah, no, like he's reading faster than she is.
Yeah, yeah.
God, you'll never make it
Oh.
in this college.
No, why don't you read it to me? I prefer the audiobook.
Why does it smell in here? Did you fart? Why does it smell like eggs?
Can you do the voices? I like the funny voices.
I'd like it if you. I don't know why this turned into Trump, but it's like I like it when you add the sound effects, like when a door opens and closes.
Yep.
Okay, and this is off bit, but like, could you brought up Trump? I went to a local place, and they had 2 drinks called the Trump and the Biden.
A little outdated, but okay.
They're delicious.
Both of them equally.
Just wait.
Okay, you gotta tell me, what were they? What kind of drinks?
Cherry limeade with blue raspberry, and
Oh,
then
that sounds
just
amazing.
cherry limeade with lemonade.
Oh, I would have taken the blue raspberry. Which one was that?
That was the Trump.
I knew
Oh
it.
shit.
Damn it!
Oh shit. He's a Trump supporter now. He loves the,
Yeah,
the
I
fucking
heard
blue
My
raspberry.
choice of slushy.
Yep.
I also got the summer
no.
lovin'.
You both know I'm a non-voter.
But yeah, so then we get like some more moments. I also love like the way that it, okay, so there's a part where it zooms out and the two of them are framed with the bookshelves, which because of the way it's framed, it kind of limits the space, which makes them feel closer together. Like
Yeah, because
Oh, yeah,
like
when
as,
they're
you're talking about the
sitting
one where
or
it's like backing
yeah,
into the
yeah, and it like
bookcase.
it
Oh
for
yeah.
like the forced perspective makes them feel like they're, even though they're not moving closer together, it makes the space feel smaller as though they're in a more
think-
intimate setting.
Yeah, I was gonna say I agree with you, and just the one thing I'd add to that analysis is it makes it where they become the only ones in the room.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a more intimate feeling in that moment, which is
Which
again,
they're really not playing it up for subtlety that she's in love with this man.
oh no,
Yeah.
she is head over heels for this guy.
Okay, I would say I think more appropriately infatuated.
I would say I think
Love is reciprocal. Infatuation is not. That's why I'm
And
choosing
then
that word.
Yuppie bursts into
no,
the
here's the
scene to
thing.
ruin it.
I 100% think this is
He is
reciprocated.
on the job.
Yuppie comes into the scene and then
Yep.
just moans.
Oh god, yep.
Oh,
I hate it.
though.
I hate it. It
Oh.
just
Like the most like inappropriately timed cock blocking. Like there's nothing to be blocked here, and you're just being a fucking turnoff. God damn.
It's Yuppie for you. Yuppie's all about fucking up other people's days.
They deserve a raise.
I mean, luckily he broke up the scene, but he just didn't have to moan.
I mean, there's a lot going on with this where it's like, it's weird. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a lot going on in this episode where it's like not okay. And Yuppie is both the worst and best part because of it.
Hard argument there.
Yeah. But yeah. So Rin takes the plunge on, hey, I'm gonna help you no matter what. Like, you're the reason I'm in this. So like, if you need something, I'll help you. And he's like, oh shit, cool.
He gives up the freaking ruse immediately.
Well, that's
Yeah, because he's been waiting for this.
yeah. No, he's assuming like the dude knows that she's so into him. He has.
Okay, I want to
realize
know
it.
now, like, what if he doesn't have a wife and kid? That's just a random photo he found.
He just took a picture of a baby and he's showing it to people to like endear
No,
himself.
even worse. No, even worse. It's like a cutout from a magazine.
Yep. No, he took a picture of like. No, he was walking down the street. He saw a woman with a baby. He like waited until she turned her back, took a picture of it, then ran off.
Or it's just a photo of him.
It's his. He does mention that the baby looks like him. What if it is just his own baby's photo?
Oh my god, we figured it out.
Yep. This entire time he's been lying about his life to like make himself seem cool to this high school girl.
Oh god.
You know, I hi first time listener. You know, this show used to be about kaijus.
Yeah, it
I mean,
used to
it's
be about Anne Hathaway.
yeah. He first of all, we are talking about a
No, it
kaiju.
evolved into that, you bastards.
We are talking about a kaiju. This man is a strange monster.
He actually is, yeah.
we're really redefining what kaiju means.
No, that's the
But I
exact
That's
agree.
definition.
the exact definition is strange monster. This man is 2AT that at this point.
Naranga is not a kaiju in this episode. He is.
I mean, yeah, kind of. He is
Truly, the
the
kaiju are the people we met along the way.
in this episode, yes. But yeah, so then
Oh,
they meet up. She hands him an empty case, and then everyone starts like
can we
trying to
can we please do a
arrest
re-edit of that? He opens up the case. It's just Dave Chappelle pops out. Gotcha, bitch.
him. Yes.
I'm gonna do that. I'm so gonna do that.
Please do it. That's the short.
That's the show. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I'm writing it down on the wall.
So also in this scene, I still think that she's really into him because she's like, if you just atone for your crimes, like I'm still willing to do anything for you. Just, make
But she's got
amends.
morals. Yeah. She's
But
got a
I
line that she's not willing to cross, and I think that's really apropos for her character, and it
Mhm.
shows that she's smarter than her emotions. Like this is good character development for her. It just happens to be that we learn this character development through a subtle victim story for
I
Rin.
wouldn't even say it's
Oh god.
subtle. I would say this is
Okay,
It's
very
all right,
very
blatant.
not
all
subtle.
right. You're right. You're right.
Like the entire episode is setting up that this high school girl is deeply into this adult man, and he is just completely okay with like being in weird situations with her.
Yeah.
It seemed platonic at the time.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. So I don't know if
You're an
you're.
you're an adult and she's not. That's the thing.
So I don't know, Alex. I don't know if you have
Wait,
been
finish
trained
that
in.
sentence right now.
I don't know if you've been trained in the green light, yellow light, red light system. So
No, I'm
in my
unfamiliar. I did
job,
take Title IX trading though, so I do know that.
so there are things called green light behaviors, which are, hey, that's cool. There's things called red light behaviors. Hey, that's kind of weird. And there's yellow light behaviors. That's kind of weird. And things called
Yeah,
red
but
light behaviors, which are,
isn't that
hey,
kind of colloquial though, Nick? Like, isn't that kind of something that you talk about like red flags and green flags
yep,
with your partner or things like that, huh?
yeah, yeah. But like
Uh,
the whole thing is like almost so like that first interaction they have that we see is like green light stuff. Like I mean, it's a little bit weird, but whatever. He's being charming.
you're in a library, like,
No, no.
okay,
It's
here's a book. Like, yeah, there's not. I
that
don't see any red flag about that per se.
no. So I was gonna say the lecture hall one is green. The next one where they're alone at night in his office is a huge red,
Red's
hugely
red,
red.
yeah.
And then
Yeah, I was
the
talking about it
library.
chronologically because like they set up the first time they interact was in the library.
No, they didn't
Well, why would
interact for
they
the first time.
like it played off to me that the library was their first interaction because they almost seemed to be meeting in that moment, whereas there was a familiarity when she was in the lecture hall.
Well, but they also mention her friends mention before she goes there, like, oh, you're going to the university again.
Uh
So I think this
Yeah.
is all shown in
no,
chronological
yeah, I
order,
think you're right. Yeah.
which makes a lot of what happens in that scene more of a yellow light, considering some of the red light stuff that had happened before.
Yeah. No, that with context of that not being the first time, yeah, that's kind of yellow for sure.
Yep. But yeah, then Naranga is reawakened, and we get our kaiju fight because we have to, because we can't have an episode that's just about this man being real weird to a teenager.
I mean, it is Ultraman, right?
Hmm.
Not somebody in who will not change out of overalls.
She does wear those overalls constantly.
That's- She wears different varieties of overalls, but it's always overalls.
It's her like
I mean, she pulls them
signature
off. I
look.
mean, like it's a style.
Yeah, it's her signature look. She's like
I'd
in the
redefine.
overalls.
I'd rephrase pulls them off.
Not in this episode. We're not saying
Oh,
pulls them
damn
off
it.
in this episode.
God damn it.
But then we get Pagos,
You knew what I meant.
which
Very Rodan-esque head.
yeah.
It
They
was,
asserted
though.
earlier in the episode that a bunch of kaiju probably have a similar like a common ancestor, and Naranga and Pagos were two of the ones they mentioned. So that was just kind of a fun little thing they did. And then in the confusion, the professor runs off, and they have to try to chase him down and evacuate the locals because that's also a part of this episode, except not really, but whatever, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, there's already locals dead.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not worried about it.
Yeah. If you're dead, that's on you.
That's your fault. You're the problem.
Now, just like the government.
Yeah, so then everyone's going about doing what they're supposed to. Yuma transforms using that dumb fucking transformation device again. God,
You don't like the
the twisty thing. It's not
The
twisty thing
the
with the
limit
dice?
configuration from Hellraiser? Yeah.
it's not the worst one I've seen. I still think the one from Rube is the worst one I've seen. The gyro from Rube sucks ass. And the fact that there were two of them means you have to see this transformation sequence twice.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, that was how they saved money that season.
Once is definitely enough.
Dude, imagine seeing that like 6 times in an episode. It's so bad. It's so bad. But yeah,
At least make the
Professor,
transformation interesting
we also get like the whole rhetoric of like, hey, sometimes we need to make sacrifices for the future. We can't just always like look at how fucking powerful they are. We need to harness that power. If we're not doing that, then like we're not going to advance as people. Which like I get it, but at this point, it's
Again,
like,
I'm very sympathetic to his argument here.
yeah. Except time and place, dude, because there are real people dying over there.
Yeah, it makes you sound like an accelerationist more than a realist.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
accelerationism is not good and not well thought out and harms a lot of people along the way for an outcome that you don't know will occur.
Yep.
And I'm sympathetic to the idea to the sentiment of accelerationism, especially living in 2024's America. But it does not mean that you should do it. That's bad. Like again, like if you had a guaranteed outcome and if you had to make X sacrifice to get X result, and you think that X result is worth the sacrifice, fine. But you have no idea that any of that result is going to happen in accelerationism. You're basically just going like, well, we just have to make it so much worse, and then enough of us will wake up and band together. You don't have any of that idea. You don't have that guarantee.
I
I,
mean,
I,
sure you do. Everything that he's
no.
wanted will work out. Everything he's ever attempted will work out for him.
Oh.
He's always right. He managed to trick his fiancee into thinking that his
One
relationship with a
example.
teenage girl
His
didn't seem
non-existent
weird.
one?
He managed to still get married and have a child with that woman. He's perfectly capable of making anything he says truth.
Oh.
I'm demonizing the hell out of this man, but he deserves it.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he
Also,
does. He truly does. All I'm saying is that his the motivation behind his arguments is sound. His execution of basically everything surrounding that is not.
yeah. Also, I like that scene where Ark uses the lunar cube thing inside of his sword to make that big crescent blade that cuts the kaiju in half.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah, I love how in the end Ark proves the dude right. And that was upsetting.
Yeah.
Like you should like Yuma was there for that conversation, wasn't he?
Yes.
Like, you didn't have to go and kill the kaijus then.
No, because that dude's a fucking asshole.
He is. It doesn't mean that he can't be broken clock, guys.
I like the
No.
fact that the monsters hug, right? So because they're afraid of dying.
Yeah, they're terrified of death. They hug each other, and then they're cut in half.
Yeah. They stare into their death and hug.
Hmm. Then
It's
they have.
horrifying.
Then we get this scene on the docks where the two of them are talking about how she believed in him, and she almost tells him that she loved him, but she can't quite do it. And he's like, as she's about to say it, he's like looking off to the side, and she says, "I loved," and he's like, "Wait, uh."
Whoa. I was just a teacher. I was just trying to teach you stuff.
Like that's like a oh god. Then he's like, okay, thanks for not saying that you loved me. This would that's like the one look on his face where like it's almost redeemed. That he's like he looks genuinely shocked in that moment, like, oh god, did I misread how we were interacting?
He's just like, I'm so glad you didn't say it, because I for a second I thought I was about to lose my job.
Yep. Then he says that he doesn't remember their time together at all because it was so long ago, and she just starts crying. And then he touches his lip because of course he's lying. It meant something to him too.
And then he.
And he gets arrested. She has all these flashbacks to all these moments they spent together, which at one point they're just eating ice cream together in their time off at like the docks. So they're clearly going out on dates. Like this is not okay.
Yeah, it's weird that she had a bomb pop. She's
Yep.
just going to.
Yeah, they're
And
clearly
then
dating. Like,
yep,
They also share ramen together.
yeah. And then Yuppie's like, "Hey, I love you. Be happy." And
shut
like
the
read the
fuck up,
fucking
you
room.
Pete.
Read the room, Yuppie.
Shut the fuck up.
Yep. But yeah. And then she thanks him. She like pulls her shit together, like, all right, thanks, Yuppie. This wasn't a heart wrenching moment that you kind of like fucked with on TV.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised, like, she didn't turn around the moment he touched his lip.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think she's ever supposed to know.
Yeah,
No.
I'm glad she does it. I'm just surprised that's
Yeah.
how they did.
I'm
How
gonna
they
be
took
honest.
it.
I think if she had seen that, we would have had like a not okay ending.
Yeah, it would have been the bad ending.
Yeah. The bad ending is she sees him touch his lip at that moment. We get the ending where she's able to make that clean cut instead of
Yeah, no, this
oh
is the
wait.
okay ending. The
Yeah.
good ending is seeing him in a chair and her pulling the lever.
This is where the episode gets its title. Goodbye to my old self. Goodbye, Ren. Like,
Yep.
this clean cut moment is needed.
Yep.
I still think she should have killed him.
She just pulls a fucking gun and shoots him.
Yuppie, get him.
Yep.
You
Yuppie like
sick 'em boy.
yep.
Sick
The
balls.
fucking dog mouth on its body opens and bites his head off.
There's
Turns out it was
actual
kaiju
teeth.
all along.
Yep.
It's a mimic? Oh my god.
But yeah, that was the episode. It was a good one, but God, there were some problems in it. It was a lot of fun. I liked a lot of what was happening in this episode, but it's super problematic.
Yeah.
I liked it before we analyzed it.
Well, yeah, I mean, like when you actually take a fucking comb to it, it's horrifying.
It's disgusting.
Yeah,
It's
this
really
is
bad.
yeah, this is like not okay. Their relationship is fucked as hell, but like it's still a beautifully shot episode.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Well told, well shot.
Yeah, a lot
Damn
of
it.
character development for Rin. Really good stuff there. Not a
We
whole
got
lot
two
of action.
kaijus for the price of one.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of action, but like the action was good. Skip actually gets to do something without Arc for part of it, which is nice. Like,
Yeah, again, establishing Skip as a legitimate, useful organization, I thought was really good as
Yep.
well. The captain has like one line the whole episode.
No,
Very disappointing.
yeah, that's fair. But I mean, like,
And Shu
that's
didn't have a single line, did he?
no. He talked about that. That was the he was the one that brought up the investigation.
Oh yes, you're right.
Yeah.
I really want to see the callback for the numbered mugs. I want to see him like we just randomly cut to him and his mug says like 14 on it.
Yep. We get to like 31, and like Yuma looks over at him, really concerned. Jesus Christ, dude, are you
He's got the
okay?
jitters. He's like,
Then we cut to Shu's point of view, and Shu sees Yuma as the VTuber.
Yep. We need to go VTube more.
Yes,
need
I need more Alpha and Omega.
Yep. So do you guys
Far
think
less problematic when we had Alpha and Omega.
do you guys think this professor's gonna come back?
God, I hope not.
we're gonna get a glimpse of him like in the
In
electric chair.
shackles.
Yeah, like in the electric chair, just crying like at a moment at like the finale where everything's going to hell.
Would that give you closure?
Yes.
I think we need an episode where Rin goes on a date with a guy who's like 27.
But it's the same
Right.
actor.
Like someone that's like age appropriate and like has their shit together and is maybe like a little bit on the nerdy side, not too charismatic though. Like just a
Also
normal
wears
dude.
overalls.
Yeah, they both wear
Oh.
overalls together. It's quirky.
You do realize who you're describing, right, guys?
Am I just oh, I don't know. Is it you?
We saw her last episode. She wears overalls. She's
Oh.
quirky and nerdy.
Oh, okay.
Come on!
I'm fine with them becoming a couple. That sounds like a good couple, honestly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Rain can't date herself.
But yeah, with that, tune in next time where hopefully the
I
episode.
forgot that other one wore overalls.
I'm totally
Yep.
shipping that. I'm totally shipping that. I want that to happen.
Tune in next time where hopefully the episode isn't super problematic when we start digesting it.
Oh, please.
Yeah, we might be able to talk about kaijus next week, everybody.
Yep. All right.
No, we talked about a monster.
Yep. All right. With that.
The Mega Monster podcast remains apropos.
Yep. With that, tune in next time. Bye.
Topical. It's the wrong monster.